Hello students, in the last session we studied the primary sex organ of the male, that is testis, by taking its vertical section. Now in this session also we are continuing our discussion by taking a transverse section of the testis. Okay, you can write down the heading as transverse section of the testis. Inside the testis, as we know, there are functional units called seminiferous tubule, and if you look at the wall of the testis made up of three layers. The outermost layer in the wall of the testis is called tunica vaginalis, middle layer called tunica albuginea, that enfold and help in the testicular lobule formation, and the innermost layer called tunica vascularis. Let us focus on each lobule of the testis. Inside each lobule, okay, you will find 1 to 3, number may vary, 1 to 3 functional units. What these are? Seminiferous tubules. Okay, and this membrane can be called basal lamina. What is that called? Basal lamina. Inside each seminiferous tubule, very important, there are two types of cells are present, not two cells, two types of cells. What are they? One kind of cell is tall, pyramid-like. One cell is tall, pyramid-like. Okay, this cell is called tall pyramid-like cell is called Sertoli cell. What is that called? Sertoli cell, or it is also called nurse cell. Sertoli cell or the nurse cell. How you will identify it? It is tall, pyramid-like. It is a modified columnar epithelium. Along with that, you will find one more cell which is cuboidal in nature. In animal tissues, you discuss about different types of epithelial cells. One is squamous epithelium, another one is columnar epithelium, cuboidal epithelium. Here you will find which one? Cuboidal epithelium. Okay, this cuboidal epithelium can be called germinal epithelium. What is that called? Germinal epithelium. It is a somatic cell. It is a somatic cell. It later undergoes a continuous process of division and develop into sperm, or the so-called spermatozoa. I repeat, the cuboidal germinal epithelium present inside the seminiferous tubule, resting on what? Basal lamina. Basal lamina, nothing but basement membrane, right? This germinal epithelium later develop into what? Spermatozoa. One mark question. What is the function of germinal epithelium? It is a somatic cell. Grow into spermatozoa, which is a gametic cell, which is gametic or sex cell. Is that clear? And the entire spermatozoa formation occur in close contact to which cell? Nurse cell. Why? For the purpose of nourishment. That is the reason why this cell is called nurse cell. So what is the function of nurse cell? It helps in the nourishment of developing spermatozoa. Entire spermatozoa formation occur in close contact to Sertoli cell for the purpose of nourishment. Mark it as a 1 mark question. Okay, this nurse cell can also be called Sertoli cell based on the name of the scientist. Now, in between the seminiferous tubules, okay, you will find a tissue. Can you see this? This tissue is called interstitial tissue. What is that called? Interstitial tissue. Okay, in this interstitial tissue you will find cluster of cells, means mass of cells. This mass of cell present in the interstitial tissue is called Leydig cell. What is that called? Leydig cell. As this cell is present in the interstitial tissue, it is also called interstitial cell. It is also called interstitial cell. What is the job of Leydig cell or the interstitial cell? Leydig cell, under the influence of LH hormone, first PUC endocrinology chemical coordination chapter, very simple, under the influence of luteinizing hormone, it secretes androgen. Not Anderson, it is androgen. Nothing but, what are androgen? A group of steroidal hormones. Androgens are the group of steroidal hormones found in the male. And one of the best example for it is testosterone. Many are there. In the male body, Leydig cell can also produce, along with testosterone, androstenedione, dihydrotestosterone. Many are there. I repeat, testosterone, androstenedione, dihydrotestosterone, all these steroidal sex hormones of the male collectively called androgen. Okay, one more question. Name the hormone that influence Leydig cell, LH. One more question. What is the function of Leydig cell? To synthesize androgen ಅಥವಾ ಏನಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು? Testosterone. What is the use of testosterone? Number one, testosterone required for the formation of spermatozoa. The testosterone, once it is produced, this testosterone stimulates Sertoli cell and even germinal epithelium to grow into spermatozoa. Number two, this testosterone later diffused to blood. From testis, it diffused to blood, and it is responsible for the secondary sexual characteristics of the male, like growth of the facial and body hair, muscle nature, the voice, Adam's apple. Am I right? All these secondary sexual characteristics are influenced by which hormone? Testosterone, nothing but the androgen. Is that clear? Now, this is all about the NCERT concept. Here I want to include two extra points, very important for NEET, and even it helps indirectly to understand some other NCERT concepts. Try to understand. I told you, nurse cell's main job is what? Nourishment for whom? For the developing spermatozoa. Along with that, some other functions performed by nurse cell are, it produces a protein called androgen binding protein. In short, it is abbreviated as ABP. What is ABP? It is a protein, helps in binding to whom? Androgen. What is that androgen? Testosterone. Sterone. It is a steroidal hormone. It is fat soluble, right? No, as it is made of cholesterol, it is a steroidal hormone. It is a fat soluble. Try to understand. As testosterone is produced by Leydig cell, it is not ready to stay inside the testis. What happens? It get directly diffused to blood. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. It diffuse to male's blood and circulate in the body circulation. Is that clear? But we know that some amount of testosterone, not all, some amount of testosterone is very essential inside the testis to stimulate Sertoli cell and germinal epithelium to grow into what? Spermatozoa. but it is not ready to stay here. So what happens? The Sertoli cell produce ABP. This ABP binds to testosterone, and concentrate it inside. You can note down here, it helps in the concentration of androgen inside the testis. Okay, that is the role of ABP. Sertoli cell also produces inhibin hormone. Name itself tells it helps in inhibition of FSH. It stops the production of which one? FSH. Try to understand. Inside the testis, with the help of nerve cell, thousands and thousands or the sufficient number of sperms are already formed. Further production is not required. Or say for example, because of the continuous production of sperm, the Sertoli cell is tired. Whatever the reason it may be, when further production of sperm is not required, matte production beda antadre, what this Sertoli cell will do? It produces a hormone called inhibin, released to blood. This inhibin circulate through the male blood and influences pituitary gland to stop producing which hormone? FSH. 2018 NEET question, whether it is there in the NCERT? No, but it is appeared in the exam. It is very important. And one more point, inhibin found not only in the male, even it is present in the female. We already know in male it is secreted by nerve cell. From female, from where it is produced, that we will see in the next session. It may be male or female. Try to understand, the job of the inhibin is always same. Both in male and female, inhibin always inhibit the production of which one? FSH. It appeared in the NEET. Note it down separately. Is that clear? This is the what? Sectional view of the testis. We studied the function of seminiferous tubules. Okay, now next we will continue. Here I told you these seminiferous tubules will lead to rete testis. Later they form 15 to 20 tubules called what? Vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia is also called efferent ductules. Note that. 2017 NEET. Okay, Vasa efferentia is also called efferent ductules. Okay, now these Vasa efferentia come out of the testis and lead to a 6 meter long tube. What is that? Epididymis. Let me label this as what? Testis. Tell me, what is this? Epididymis. Okay, 6 meter long, present inside or outside? Outside the testis. What is the function of epididymis? It helps in the storage of sperm, maturation of the sperm, and transportation of the sperm. Mark it as a 1 mark question. It helps in storage, maturation, and transportation of the sperm. One more very important point, testis along with epididymis together called testicle. When you go to different books, you will find the term testicle. Whether testis and testicle are same? No. What is testicle? Testis along with epididymis. Ishtanna kuda ottige ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ? Testicle. Note that, very important. Okay, now the epididymis lead to a 40 centimeter long tube. What is that called? Vas deferens. Okay, vas deferens, also called NEET point ductus deferens. Also called ductus deferens. Okay, now this vas deferens arised in the scrotum. Right now it will ascend or descend? It will ascend to male's abdominal cavity. I told you already, right? If you assume this is the testis, this is the epididymis, this is vas deferens that has arisen in the scrotum, will ascend or descend? It will ascend and enter to male's abdominal cavity, surround the urinary bladder and join with, focus, join with the duct of a gland called seminal vesicle. What is that? Seminal vesicle. This is a seminal vesicle gland. The vas deferens will join with the duct of what? Seminal vesicle and form a common duct. This common duct is called ejaculatory duct. What is that called? Ejaculatory duct, and it later opens into what is this? Opens into urethra. It opens into urethra. Now here you have to understand one thing. The gland called seminal vesicle, it is not, if you assume this as a urinary bladder, right? No, what is this? Urinary bladder. And what is this? Ureter. Okay, now if you assume this as a bladder, the seminal vesicle is not present in the front of it. It is present behind. Let me turn the bladder now. That means on the dorsal surface. Edurugade illa. I will turn the urinary bladder now. How it will be? It is behind the urinary bladder. Here it is. Even though we draw like this, you have to understand it is present on the dorsal surface of the urinary bladder. Its duct joins with what? Vas deferens and form ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct opens into urethra, not urinary bladder. It opens into urethra. So we completed primary sex organ. What is that? Testis. Then we started discussing about accessory ducts. Yavyavdu? Accessory ducts include rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, right? Vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, and even which one? Urethra is also a part of accessory duct in the male. ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, write the accessory ducts. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು? ರೀಟೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಇಂದ ಯುರೆಥ್ರಾ ವರೆಗೂ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. And try to understand the ejaculatory duct will release the sperm into ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? Urethra, not in the urinary bladder. Yes. Now, if you observe this urethra, which is a part of which system? Actually urinary system, right? No, urethra is a part of urinary system, but only in the males urethra has become the common part for urinary system and reproductive system. I repeat, in males urethra is the common passage for urinary system and reproductive system. That means through urethra urine will go out, through urethra semen andre sperm containing fluid also goes out. As it is a common part for both, it is called urinogenital duct. What is that called? Urinogenital duct. Note that only in the males, not in the female. In female what happens is the urinary system opening and reproductive system opening are separate. Eradu kuda fuse aglilla female alli, kevala males alli matra idu common. Hagagi enanta karitiri? Urinogenital duct, through which urine also eliminated, semen also goes out, but one at a time. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು, one at a time. Is that clear? That is about urethra. And one more difference between male and female urethra is the male urethra is very longer when compared to female urethra.